EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Rams. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Mayfield on play action. Steps away. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the gun, Mayfield got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just...
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Bengals grab it. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line. It's Mixon on the counter, and he is going to lose yardage here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Burrow will throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So the drive will continue. After the conversion on fourth, they'll work from the 20 on first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. We're scoreless after one. And the first play will be a field goal try. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Going right back to Akers. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his right. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action now. Here's Mayfield out to his left. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bengals will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
11.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
First down. Here's Burrow. Open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
Down inside the 10.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Hayden Hurst, 39 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is
that's caught at the 25. A big play there for L.A. 78 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Ben Skoranek.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Rams are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced and try and win this ball game.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Mixon with a first down carry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Steps away to his left. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd. 30 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. And McPherson on for the extra point. He's got it, and that'll make the score 17-8. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath, If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From the 44, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. From the 44, Mayfield. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Sliding out of the pocket. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked by Logan Wilson. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Finding space at the 40. Now he's loose at the 40, the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 81 yards. And the Bengals are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. I mean, he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And this is going to be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Rams on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And able to find Higbee, it's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And again, it's Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And Mayfield will have a first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Mayfield on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy. And
intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by David Long. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They'll run on first down with Akers.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, Mayfield. He'll buy some time right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
that's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Finding space at the 40. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 35.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Forced out to his left.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Another try for Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon taking it in from a yard out. And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Rolling to his right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Right?
6 yards left on 2nd down. Here's Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Again, it's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now on fourth down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Los Angeles.